Yo, 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 welcome to this next lesson. Today we're going to continue with the colors. We're done with the sketch of our composition and we finally have our color palette to work with. Yay! What we're going to do now is start with the base colors, and then from there we'll be testing which is the best one to start with as a kind of template. So with the pen tool in Photoshop, I'm going to line out the silhouette I want to make. And when I finish this, well, I just have to fill it in. You have to kind of go along slowly. I'm not doing any roundings on the curves, because I want kind of like a geometrical style that looks a little straighter and, that way, well, it's going to be, simpler to fit in with the background because I'm not going to focus too much on the details. And there we go. So what we're going to do, as we've been doing now for a while, is to finish filling this in, and we're going to hit Control T, and we're going to erase the line. Yay! And now at Control J, I'm going to copy this layer. I'm going to place this axis there to rotate it better. And there we go. We have our hand copied. I'm going to adjust it a little bit more so that they, kind of like, they're touching. I think it looks a bit better. There we go. Perfect. And now I'm going to adjust it to the artboard so that it completes the entire image. Now I'm going to group it, Control E. Okay, I'm just going to tidy this up a bit. I had a little bit of a white line because I didn't adapt it properly. Oops. Okay, there we have our base. Let's lower the opacity to leave it on a second plane. And we're going to complete the characters and the rest of the scenery applying kind of a mask that will make it'll make like the base we made before with blue on the hands and stuff. Make it show up properly. And well, we have the option to use the pen for the shapes that are like straighter or more complex to do with like a brush. With the pressure, or when we have like a shaky hand, or when it's not just very simple to do this by hand. If you want to, well, hey, go for it. I don't mind. It's your project. You can see we have left the edges out. That's not a problem because we're going to adapt this to the hand layer. See? Just like that. It adapts, and you can go along doing that. To do that, place the superior object layer, in this case the tower, on top of the hand layer. And then hitting Alt on the layer we want, we're going to get like a slight change in the mouse, and we'll get a kind of arrow. And that's going to go to the bottom layer. So that's going to be the result. We're going to make a kind of mask. It's going to adapt. It's going to be cool. Okay, we're going to fill it. I'm going to erase the line. I forgot to do that. And you can see that we're going to complete this quite quickly. Now, using an eraser with some texture on it, I'm going to go along the edges to give it that more traditional look. In this case, I'm not using the pencil tool. I'm using the second one because the edges are a little more blended and I like it. I just like it a little bit more. For the sketch, I use the pencil though. I'm just going over the main figures I did before. I also forgot to tell you guys that to make those straight shapes, you can use the shift tool. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you only straight lines in vertical and horizontal, but they're only going to be straight. I'm going to go over the moon a little bit. Can you see how the edge looks like it's faded with a bit of the effect? And now the main thing left to do would be to use those flat colors, just those flat colors that we have on our color palette, that we can modify them however we want, and we can go along adjusting the edges of the silhouettes so that they give us that result that we're looking for. I'm going to use the red color for the characters. A reddish pink color. And, well, maybe in this case I don't need to use a pen tool, so I'm just going to use a brush straight up so I can texture the edges straight away. I think his arm's a little bit too long. A lot too long, maybe. Let's make that smaller. Well, like this, more or less. I think that's good. I've told you already that the most important thing to do is to make sure you have like a geometrical silhouette. We want to be able to see the character, but we're not looking to create a hyper-realistic piece. You see how we're getting that silhouette? See, now we're cooking with fuego, guys. All right, so we're just going to go along finishing it with the fill. We're going to move on later to add in some more texture, maybe more colors with the same tone if we can later on. We don't want to change the tones too much. Later on, we're going to be modifying this, so maybe what I'm doing now is going to change. I really don't like this at all. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm going to leave it like this for now, and later I'll add some things on. Well, alright, it's just a question of going along, adding in your part to get that creativity out for these moments, adding in details where you want them to be. Maybe now I'm going to try and add in some more lines on the suit and on the hands. Maybe, I don't know, so that it's not just a figure and we can see that it's a person or a robot. That would be a good version of Romeo and Juliet in the distant future. Okay, well, this way we would go along to do the rest of the drawing until we're satisfied with the level of details that we're adding to it. As you can see right now, I'm just adding in some shadows and stuff in the same color, but with a little less luminosity. All right, well, this would pretty much be it for this lesson. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned from it. I really hope you guys experiment to the maximum with this. Like, really just bring out your weird side. See you guys in the next lesson. Bye.